The views and opinions expressed and the products endorsed of this program are not endorsed by KTLV. Good morning, Oklahoma City, and welcome to the Clara Luper Show. In a moment, your host, Sister Clara Luper.
Good morning, ladies and gentlemen, and a happy good morning to you, wherever you are. This is the Clara Luper Radio Show, and I'm so happy to be here in the studio with you this morning. I would like to take this time and thank those of you that came out to the fair to get some of that CP's catfish, Miss Merlin's gumbo, and Clara Luper's lemonade. You did it, and I would like certainly to thank you. And I want you to know that we will be out to Langston University on next Saturday, which is homecoming, and we will have that good old gumbo, that good old catfish. All right, go Langston University, go. Today's program is dedicated to a little church in Oklahoma City. A little church that started out 7 years ago with 7 or 9 members. And tomorrow, they will be burning the mortgage on that new church. They have over 200 members, and you will be hearing from the pastor before we leave the air. Congratulations to those of you that start out little, because you know the largest tree was once a little oak. This portion of our program is brought to you by Gates Barbershop, where you can get that haircut today, and you can get it cut just like you want it. Oh, you can go to Gates and tell him you want an old-fashioned haircut, and he will give it to you, and you can tell him you want one of the present, and he will do it. He has a big sign on his wall which says, "We make people beautiful." That's Gates Barbershop, located at 2609 North Martin Luther King in Oklahoma City. You don't have to call. All you have to do is to go in. As we prepare for Columbus Day, and the Indians say Columbus did not discover America, that they were already here, and how can you discover something when it's already there? But anyway, on Columbus Day, you want to celebrate, then go to hometown, 2001 Northeast 23rd Street, 23rd and Martin Luther King, and pick up your groceries. You can do it for 24 hours. That's hometown here in Oklahoma City, Oklahoma. Dr. A.L. Dow would like to join us in congratulating the church that's going to burn its mortgage tomorrow. Dr. A.L. Dow is real proud of you. He's our optometrist located at 934 Northeast 8th Street in Oklahoma City, Oklahoma. Now, if you are having any kind of eye problems, and even if you aren't, just go in and have your eyes tested. The telephone number is 2350536. When we think of children, we think of their safety, we think of their care, and we think of Johnson's Sardinas, located at 1643 Northeast 50th Street in Oklahoma City. The telephone number is 424-4656. That's Johnson's Sardinas, 1643 Northeast 50th Street. And they have an after-school program, and you may go to 2611 North Martin Luther King. That telephone number is 427-5274. Oh, when we think of Africa, we think of Gideon's 300 store, located at 6006 South Western in Oklahoma City, Oklahoma. The telephone number is 6320770. You don't have to call. Go on out there and get you some African clothes. If you want some African food, whatever you want, they have it. And they have a special sale going on this week at 6006 Southwestern Gideon 300 in Oklahoma City, Oklahoma. That will be a 2-family garage sale at 11509 North Florida from 9 a.m. to 6 p.m. It's going on today and tomorrow. That's the 9th. It started yesterday, really. It's today and tomorrow. You will be surprised at what you can find at 11509 North Florida in Oklahoma City. They have children's clothing, newborn through 3 years old for boys and girls. And those of you that are between 12, 14, and 16, they have some clothes that are out of sight. There are lots of odds and ends. If you are interested in a manual treadmill, a very good buy. Oh, you need to go. Now, once again, that's at 11509 North Florida from 9 a.m. to 6 p.m. You be sure to make this sale. It may be something there that you've been wanting all the time and really have not bought it. Well, today I am overcome with happiness because once again you're visiting with Clara Luper. And most of all, I thank you for just coming by and saying hello to Clara. I appreciate it. And I've often told you to give me all of my flowers while I live. Because when I die, I don't want you there with a bunch of resolutions resolving to do something. I want you to resolve to give not only Clara Luper, but everybody their flowers while they live. Theodis Guy Green, the former mayor of Langston University of Langston, Oklahoma, is dead. Theodis Green, a native of Wright City, Oklahoma, the oldest of 6 children of Adela and Mac Green, is dead. Theodis accepted Christ and was baptized. He attended elementary school in Wright City and graduated from Dunbar High School in Broken Bow. He attended Langston University and received a BS degree and an MS degree from Oklahoma State University. Mr. Green received an honorary doctorate degree from Tennessee Baptist Institute in Memphis, Tennessee. He was employed at Langston University as a professor of technology for 20 years and was also the assistant chairperson of that department. While a student at Langston University, he met and married his college sweetheart, Mary Burris, and they were blessed with one child. Many of you will remember Theodis Green as a trustee for the town of Langston for 8 years, and remember him as serving as the mayor of that city. He was instrumental in obtaining a $3 million federal grant for the town of Langston in the form of a community development block grant. This was used to repair, remodel, and build safe, sanitary, and decent housing for the citizens of Langston. Also, it was used to upgrade, build, and asphalt the streets and build and equip the park that was named T.G. Green Park. While serving on the board of trustees, a water tower was built. The water system was upgraded, and other projects were completed. He was a member of the Mount Tabitha Baptist Church, serving as a Sunday school teacher and a Sunday school superintendent. He was a life member of the Alpha Phi Alpha fraternity and faculty advisor for Beta Kappa for several years. He was also a 32nd degree Prince Hall Mason. You will remember Theodis Green, many of you, through his brothers, the Honorable Attorney John Green, who was the first Assistant Attorney General for the Western District of Oklahoma City, for Dr. Elmer Green of Albany, New York, and Dr. Reuben Green of Memphis, Tennessee. And you remember his sister, Rosie Warren of Valiant, Oklahoma. Now, the services were held at Langston University in the I.W. Young Auditorium on September the 21st. The services were conducted by Reverend Ron C. Carter, the senior pastor of the Mount Tabitha Baptist Church. At the same time that we were talking about, the Honorable John Green also lost one of his favorite nieces in California, Karma Miller. Karma Miller was an outstanding young lady who was a woman that went after her dreams. She loved education with a passion. She was a member of the school's Black Student Union at Chaffey College, where she was majoring in art and communication. She lived so well, and she is survived by her uncle that you know so well, her brother Michael Miller of Los Angeles, and John Green has been deeply grieved, losing a brother and a niece. I'm dedicating my program today to Reverend Morris Holmes. Reverend Holmes.
Good morning, Miss Luper.
Oh, I am fabulous this morning. How are you?
I'm tired as usual, working hard, trying to get things done.
Oh, you've gotten things done. Now, Reverend Holmes, now I want you to give me the facts in the case. I remember 7 years ago when you started a little bitty church with how many members?
There were 9 of us.
9 members.
Yes, ma'am.
And today you have how many?
We have over 200 members, approximately 200 and about 45.
You have about 245 members. Now, Reverend, how did you get 245 members in 7 years?
We teach the Bible, exactly what God says in His Word, and we believe it.
You believe it, but how did you get other people to believe it to such an extent that they would join a church with 9 members?
Well, our motto here at Higher Ground is to live it and to share it. And that's what we've been doing for 7 years, and God has promised, and He's been blessing and doing great things.
Is it true, sir, that you have built a new church since you started?
Yes, ma'am.
Tell me about that.
Well, when we started 7 years ago, our first task was to buy the present location, which we also burned the mortgage on it in 1993, which we paid cash for it. But
just a minute, Reverend. You paid cash for that land first.
Well, we paid cash for the first one, the older building. But the new building, which was constructed 2 years ago, we paid, on Monday, we made the final payment in cash. We're debt-free, and we're looking to do greater things across Oklahoma City.
How much did that church cost?
$146,000.
And you are telling me that you have paid off a mortgage of $146,000?
We're telling everybody we can to give glory to God that He's done it through us. And this is certainly just a time to appreciate the people that we have. And really on tomorrow, we're going to be celebrating what they have accomplished. A lot of people like to say, Pastor Holmes is doing this, da-da-da-da. But I like to just take a moment and appreciate the people that God has sent us, the people that have believed, and the people that have stepped out on faith and got it done.
Well, I'm telling you one thing. People sure stepped out on faith, but a lot of people, I visit churches all over this country, and a lot of people step out on faith. But who ever heard of a man started with 9 members, got over 200 members, paying off a mortgage in the time that you paid it off?
Well, I don't know if it's ever been done. As a matter of fact, we believe it hasn't ever been done before, particularly in this city. But God told us to do it. God promised that we could do it, and God fulfilled it. And we're going to be actually burning copies of the mortgage at our 11 a.m. service on tomorrow, Miss Luper. The one thing I've learned through this, and I do want to take a moment to just tell you again how inspirational you have been, especially during the hard times when I've sank to my lowest. I've always thought of you and what you've meant to this community. And one of the things that I have learned, Miss Luper, is that we in the black community, we have resources, but our problem is we want everybody else to give us something, and we want something for nothing. The city of Oklahoma City is talking about creating empowerment zones, but at Higher Ground Baptist Church, we're talking about empowering people to believe God's word and watch God perform the miracles that He's promised in His word. We don't believe in all this hoodoo magic and all this stuff, false doctrine. We believe in what God says. And this edifice on 65th and Kelly is proof. If people need their faith increased, if they need to know that if God can do anything in their life, drive by here and see what God has done in less than 2 years.
Why do you call it a high ground Baptist church?
20-something years ago, if you'll recall, in June, the church celebrated 20 years of appreciation for my ministry, and I'm 37. We 20 years ago started a ministry, and the Lord gave us the name Higher Ground. We didn't understand it at that time, but Miss Luper, everything that we have asked God to do, He has done it, and it just keeps taking us higher and higher and higher. And if people are tired of being in the valley of despair, if they're tired of living beneath their privilege, come on up to higher ground.
Okay, now tell me about the program tomorrow. I understand that tomorrow morning you will be at Fairview Baptist Church. Is that true?
We're going to be with the Fairview Baptist Church and Pastor John Reed for their annual Men and Women's Day at 7:30 a.m. We will leave Fairview coming back to higher ground for our Sunday school services at 9:30. And then at 11 o'clock, we're going to be celebrating 7 years of our church history. And then we're going to be burning the 2-year-old mortgage that God allowed us to pay debt-free as of Monday. And we had a started campaign. We still had a whole week to go, and we finished it a week before. And I tell you, our people are just excited. We're blessed. We're just wanting to share the good news with Oklahoma City, and we want to thank you for your support and all that you've done to inspire us. And we're just excited, Ms. Luper.
Okay, now let me go over this program. I understand tomorrow at 11 o'clock you all going to burn the mortgage.
Yes, ma'am.
And how are you going to do that?
We're going to get out on our parking lot. The mayor of Oklahoma City, Mayor Humphreys, has given us permission to go out on that parking lot. Everybody in attendance will get a copy of the mortgage. If people don't believe it, they can come by and view the mortgage and the final check. And we're going to set fire on that parking lot, and we're going to burn that mortgage immediately following our 11 o'clock service.
Oh, after the service?
Yes, ma'am, because we're going to be celebrating.
Okay, now what time will the service be over?
The service is approximately going to be over about 12:45.
And at 12:45, everybody's going to come out there and burn the mortgage.
Yes, ma'am. We're going to be out there. You'll see us.
Well, I'm so proud of you. I'm so proud of you. Will the fire department be around?
They won't need to, because this fire is coming down from God.
Thank you so very kindly, Reverend Holmes, for being my very distinguished guest today.
Thank you.
Okay,
God
thank
bless
you so very kindly.
Bye-bye.
This is the Clara Luper Radio Show, and I told you I dedicated my program today to those members of the High Ground Baptist Church. And incidentally, the president of the NACP Youth Council belongs to that church. Calvin, I know you want to congratulate the Reverend Holmes and that group.
Of course, Mom. You have to congratulate Reverend Holmes. Like he said, 20 years ago when he first started his ministry, who would have thought that he would have been able to accomplish the many things that he has accomplished. But then, like he said, he's been counting on someone much stronger than him, much stronger than all of us, and I'm so proud of him. And it gives me a good thrill to go by there and see the improvements that have been made at the church. However, I never did, when you're looking on the outside and looking in, you can't tell what's going on. But Reverend Holmes, congratulations. Keep up the good work. We in the community have watch your good work. We've seen the members of your church as they have grown, as they have expressed their strength and their dedication throughout whatever they do in schools, at the grocery stores, just as they be good members of the community. We appreciate it and keep the good work up.
And we've got to congratulate our president of the Youth Council, Elgina Sadvir. I know he's a happy person today. Election day is coming up. This will probably be the most important election in the history of this country. And I would urge all of you to get out and vote. And I have a notation from the Honorable Judge Charlie Davis, and Charles Davis say, vote for Charles Davis. Now, this is what Charles Davis has asked me to tell you. He has the experience, he has the educational background, and he has come up through the school of hard knocks where most of us have come. And he wants you to remember him when you vote. Go to the polls and remember this name, Hill, Charles Hill. This is the Clara Luper Radio Show. This is KTLV in Oklahoma City, Oklahoma. Halloween is coming up, and what are you going to do for Halloween? I don't know what you're going to do, but I have two beautiful young ladies here who will tell me what they are going to do and what's going on. Good morning, and what is your name?
Good morning. I'm Nanette Allen.
Nanette Allen. You are really Nanette Allen?
Yes, I'm Nanette Allen.
And you are?
Vicky Pettiford.
Vicky. Congratulations to both of you, and I'm so happy that you are here. And I want to, there are some questions I would like to ask you. In the meantime, I would like to hear from Don Davis.
Keep the dream alive. Equal justice for all.
Vote for experience. Elect Don Davis, District Judge, on November 3rd.
The position of District Judge is not a place for on-the-job training. Don Davis is the right person at the right time for District Judge.
A person with strength of character who will be involved in the administration of justice as well as in the application of justice.
Former municipal court judge, knowledgeable of the law, honest and impartial, will make the tough decisions. 30 years of trial experience, his practice in courts at all levels, best qualified.
Don Davis will represent all the people of Oklahoma County, men and women of all races and organizations.
Paid for by the committee to elect Don Davis.
I don't want you to get confused now. Don Davis is not running against Charlie Hill, so you can vote for Charles Hill and Don Davis. This is Clara Luper, and I'm talking to two young ladies. And what sorority you young ladies belong to?
We're members of Delta Sigma Theta sorority.
Delta Sigma Theta sorority. What does that mean? What does that mean?
We're a national organization which is committed to public service. Founded in 1913.
Founded in 1913 and committed to public service. That's a Delta Sigma Theta sorority. And you represent what chapter?
Oklahoma City Alumni Chapter, Oklahoma City.
Okay, you represent Oklahoma City's alumni chapter. Is this the chapter that honored Dr. Finley some years ago in men's honorary banquet?
Yes, ma'am.
Oh, great, great. Now, today I've invited you here because I needed some information about what the Deltas were doing here in Oklahoma City. Would you kind of give me a background of your projects here?
Well, some of the projects that the chapter has done in 1994-95, we sponsored a South African doll project where some missionaries from New York found out that there were no black dolls in Africa, and the Deltas participated, got individuals or organizations to support this by either donating black dolls or money, and we had a big bon voyage for the dolls and sent them over to South Africa. Some of the other events that we've done was Teen Time, where we did 3 projects with that. We had teenage kids and throughout the community with different workshops about learning computers, searching the internet about finding jobs, how to do job interviews, how to fill out the applications, the attire for preparing for scholarships and testings. And we did some of those at the Oklahoma Math Science Center and as well as the Historical Society. And with that, we also learned about the blacks that have progressed through Oklahoma at the Historical Society.
Thank you so much, and I'll be back with you just a minute. In the meantime, I have Don Davis on the line. Don, how are you?
Morning to you, Ms. Luper.
Oh, I am really fine this morning. You know, I'm a Zeta, and this morning I'm surrounded by 2 Deltas, and the Zetas are meeting this morning at 10 o'clock. Don, what's going on?
Well, this morning we are busy trying to make contact with precinct voters in about 8 precincts. There are a lot of people helping us, and we're very humble and proud of that, and things are looking well for us.
Okay, now what do you actually want the public to do?
I want the public to assess the ability, the experience, and to take cognizance of the fact that this is a historical event and that the people in this division, in this area, are going to elect 2 African-American judges, regardless of who they elect, for the first time in the history of this state, from the same division.
And you are willing to serve.
I am more than willing to serve. I've served as an attorney in this area for more than 30 years, and I've been a part of many organizations, and I'm certainly willing to serve and apply the same dedication and scholarship that I have applied to the practice of law.
Now, when will this election be held?
November the 3rd, Tuesday, November the 3rd, first Tuesday in November.
And you expect all of your friends, all of your supporters to get out and support you.
I'm not only expecting them, I'm asking them, I am pleading with them to get out and support me.
Well, certainly I would like to thank you because you've certainly supported us in our efforts, and we really appreciate it.
Well, I appreciate what you've done, Ms. Luper. It transcends individuals. It's for the community, and you've been such a helpful force, as well as the Deltas and the other sororities, the Zetas and the AKAs. They've been the backbone
The Sigma
of,
Gamma Rose. Don't leave them out, please.
Oh, no, can't do that. and they've been the backbone of a lot of advancements that the African-American communities have enjoyed over the years.
Well, certainly I'm going to give you a minute, and you can say anything that you want to during this minute.
Thank you very much. I think what I would want to say is that I am Don Davis, and I've been a member of this community for more than 30 years. I have represented many people, many churches, many organizations, and that I'm asking for the support of those people who know me, that they would ask the other people who don't know me to support me on November the 3rd for the election for district judge.
Thank you so very kindly for being my very distinguished guest today.
Thank you, Ms. Luper, for having me.
Okay. That was Don Davis, and certainly Don would appreciate your support. Now, so many times we talk about sororities and fraternities without really understanding what they are doing. And this morning, my purpose would be to make you better understand the members of the Delta Sigma Theta sorority. One of your sisters is a member of my church, and she has a very important position in the sorority. And I'm really proud of the Deltas. So we can have several Deltas, Dr. Griffin, and, okay, well, anyway, I don't need to tell you that. But you have told me what the Deltas have done. What do you plan to do in the future? Yes.
Some of our plans are to continue with the scholarship fundraising program that we've had. We established the scholarship ball type things in the 70s, and we plan on continuing to involve the community. That is so important to have scholarships. Continue to involve the community, as well as the other sorority members, as well as the other Greek organizations, by developing more funds for the scholarship
You
programs.
have already given scholarships to young people in Oklahoma City.
Yes, in May of this year, we gave 4 scholarships to 4 young ladies.
4 scholarships, amounting to about how much in actual cash?
Approximately $3,500.
$3,500, and you plan to continue to give scholarships?
Yes.
Okay. Now, I understand that you are having an event on October the 30th. Is that true?
Yes.
Tell me about it.
The event that we have planned is a masquerade ball on Friday, October 30th, which will be held at Tinker Air Force Base Officers Club. And we're real excited about this event. We would like for the community to come out and support this event and get their costumes or their masks or become real creative and get their attire together and come support this event.
Well, a lot of us won't have to get our attire together because we do have something from the 30s and the 40s and all.
Exactly.
Now, are you saying to me that you all are having a costume? It's not a costume. It's a masquerade ball.
It's a masquerade ball.
Yes.
Okay. And how much would I have to pay to come in there?
$15.
Just $15?
Yes, just $15.
Oh, well, that's not bad. And there are a lot of people, all my friends, got $15 and more. I understand that you're going to have best costume contest. Is that true?
Yes, we have best costume contest, so we're looking for the most creative kind of costume. One of the things a masquerade party is it is a costume party with a mask, and it gives you more option to become creative in your attire as opposed to just, wearing a costume and things like that. So we will have door prizes available.
Want them to come out as gumbo.
As gumbo.
Yes, but I don't want them to come out as a catfish. Now, you are having a best costume contest, and are you having any food?
Yes.
Yes, hors d'oeuvres will be available for the guest.
Oh, great. Hors d'oeuvres. Do you think I could fill up on hors d'oeuvres?
Yeah, you're going to get full on hors d'oeuvres. You're going to have chicken, Swedish meatballs, cheese, franks, those kind of things. So you will be able to fill up on hors d'oeuvres and have a good
what
time.
kind of entertainment will you have?
We have the DJ from the Grenadier Club, Calvin Rice. We also will be having a clown.
Blind Chitlin.
Brian Chitlin will be entertaining the crowd during the event. He has a bag of tricks.
Oh, is he blind?
No,
No.
he's not blind. He's kind of a mime. He won't hardly talk to you, but he will get out there and keep you real excited and entertained. So we're really excited about Blind Chitlin coming to the event.
Blind Chitlin will be there.
Yes.
Chitlin.
Chitlin.
Oh, Chitlin.
Chitlin.
Okay, Chitlin will be there.
Not
Blind.
Chitterling, Chitlin.
Chitlin.
And so don't come out there looking for chitlins out there. Your Calvin Rice DJ will be there, right?
Yes.
That's correct.
And then Blind Chitlin
Chitlin.
will be there, the clown. And certainly I know the Deltas will enjoy that. I understand you're also giving away door prizes.
Yes.
That's correct. We have from the public businesses have donated generously to our chapter for our fundraiser ball. We have everyone will leave there with a door prize. Everyone will leave with a door prize.
Everyone will leave with a door
Everyone will
prize.
leave with a door prize.
They'll leave with something.
Something.
Okay,
Yes.
you'll leave with something, if nothing but memories of different costumes. This will be something like they have in New Orleans, Louisiana. Now let me go back over it. The alumni chapter of the Delta Sigma Theta sorority is inviting you to attend a masquerade ball. It's a scholarship fundraiser. Is that correct?
That's
Yes.
correct.
And the purpose of the ball is to raise what?
Money for our chapter, the Oklahoma City Alumni's Chapter Scholarship Fund.
Okay, and that event will be held when?
Friday, October 30th, 1998 at Tinker Officers Club from 9 p.m. to 1 a.m.
Now you are asking for a donation, is that correct?
Yes, $15.
And you will have a best costume contest,
Yes,
food,
yes.
And entertainment.
And entertainment.
and door prizes.
Yes.
Now your music is going to be provided by, oh my gracious.
DJ Calvin Rice.
Oh, Calvin is on the ball.
Yes, he
and
is.
then, Blind, who will be there?
Blind Chitlin.
Blind Chitlin.
That's great. How would you get a ticket to this affair?
Well, you can contact any member of the Oklahoma City Alumni Chapter of Delta Sigma Theta Sorority or myself. I'm Nanette Allen, the chairperson. My phone number is 427-2697.
Well, how about the co-chairperson?
Vicky Pettiford. My number is 672-5531.
Your number is what?
672-5531.
Now, you want the public to mark their calendar for what date now?
For Friday, October 30th, and if they're interested in picking up costumes from any of the costume shops, they need to get their costumes early because people are really out there buying costumes.
Well, certainly, I would like to thank you, young ladies, for being my very distinguished guest
Thank you.
today.
Thank
and I want
you.
you to stay around. Those of you that would like to, all of you Deltas out there in Oklahoma City, and you got hundreds of Deltas out there and throughout this state, I can see those Deltas. Are the Deltas going to be in costume?
Oh, yes.
Yes.
Yes,
Oh,
they're getting
great.
really excited. I've talked to some Deltas and seen some costumes, and we're really getting excited about it. We'd like to ask all of our Delta sisters out there in the community to come support this event, and all of the other Greek organizations and civic organizations to come support this event so we can all have a high-ho good time.
A high ho good time. I don't mean to be personal, but what are you going to wear?
Oh,
You
it's a
chairperson and
surprise. Come
co-chairperson.
see me so you know who I am.
How will I know
I'm
who
gonna
you
be
are
really
and you-
cute.
What are you going to wear, Miss Co-Chairperson?
Oh, I'm going to be behind a mask, so you just have to see.
Oh, great. Now, how can I see? I would like to know what Dr. Gloria Griffin is going to, what kind of costume Dr. Griffin is going to wear, and my other sorority, Delta sister.
Well,
We
we'll
are
have
all
to
sisters
call
in
her up
Greek.
and get them busy.
Oh, great, great. This is the Clara Luper radio show, and you just heard from the Deltas, and I would like to thank the Deltas for being here today, and I know you're going to make this masquerade ball a big success. You can do it, and I would like to go over for the final time that this is a masquerade ball, which will be on Friday, October the 30th, from 9 o'clock to 1 a.m. at the Tinkers Officers Club, and someone want to know, how can you get in that club? You can't just drive out there and go on the base.
They will have a list, and they'll know that we'll have guests. They'll be expecting a big masquerade ball that evening. After you get your tickets, you can just come on out on base and exit on the air depot
depot
exit, the gate for the air depot gate. Let them know, and they'll let you right on in, and they'll direct you where the Tinker Officers Club is from there, if you have any questions.
Okay, well, thank you so very kind.
Thank you.
Thank you.
I've told you that Attorney Green lost a brother, but let me tell you, they had a big celebration for another one of his brothers in Memphis, Tennessee. For 30 years of devoted love and service, and John Green attended that. That was for Dr. and Mrs. R. Henry Green. Oh, it was really something to behold, and I want to tell you about this menu because they had a banquet that was out of sight. Rainbow salad, they had hickory grilled breast of chicken, they had shrimp with key lime butter, long grain wild rice, green beans, tender baby peas with onions, rolls and butter, and they had a banana frosted cheesecake, tea and coffee, and John Green did enjoy it. That was in Memphis, Tennessee, where the Honorable Dr. and Mrs. R. Henry Green was honored for 30 years of service. If you're talking about insurance, Calvin, who are we talking about when we talk about insurance? Who are we talking about?
Mom, you know there's one person that is very special to the Clara Luper radio show, especially on a beautiful Saturday morning, even a bad Saturday morning, because I know last week there were people that were worried about their roofs being blown off, their houses being blown apart, their furniture and things being mistakenly misplaced a block or two away. But they knew that they had Allstate Insurance. They knew that they had the agent of agents, Merle and Hildred, located at 730 West Britain Road. That phone number, 843-0811. And you know one thing that Merle and April and Regina and Mrs. Downey and I have established over the last year and a half has been a Saturday morning service between 8 and 12 o'clock on Saturday mornings. If you have any problems, you can contact Merle and Hildred, 843-0811. Not only problems, but if you bought a new car, a new boat, new helicopter, new plane, any of those new items, Allstate Insurance, Merle and Hildred. Hey, we're ready to serve you, ready to give you the very best in great service.
Thank you, Calvin. Do you want to decorate? I don't know how the Deltas are going to decorate for the masquerade ball, but I can tell you about a balloon company here in Oklahoma City. We have an Atmosphere Balloon Company, and I want you to write this telephone number down, 721-5609. And this balloon company specializes in weddings and parties and reunions and showers and other special events. They have what is known as balloon bouquets, and there are many people that are ill that you can't send flowers to. You can send a bouquet. They will create a unique atmosphere for your special event. Don't take my word for it. Ask Horace at Horace's Supper Club. Ask the people that attended the Seagate's Christmas party. Ask the people at the aerospace place. Ask the people and ask the real men of distinction. You're talking about how their parties are always decorated. And the rainbow tea that somebody has reminded me of. If you're talking about something, and I have a young lady here that wants to say something about those balloons. Tell me about it.
I'm again Vicky Pettiford with Delta Sigma Theta sorority. We use them for our rainbow tea in January. We had a arch made out of balloons with the colors of the array of the rainbow. It's very beautiful, beautiful.
And they are good.
They
are
are
good.
very good, very good.
Okay, I want to.
Mom, you call it atmospheric balloon service. Is that what it is?
Atmosphere Balloon Company.
Balloon Company. You know, I like to call it Green Howard's Balloon Company. But, you know, things grow. But Green Howard has done a great job with that business over the last 6 years. He's grown and he's developed in that. And he's spectacular. One spectacular event that I can remember is Alicia's wedding. And that has to be one of the most beautiful outdoor weddings that I'd ever seen. Thanks to the atmospheric balloons. Just thanks to the decorations of the balloons and how it fit in with the entire theme of the wedding. So right on, Brother Green Howard, atmospheric, you're going to the top, and we're glad to be a part of it.
Well, they are still talking about the parties that Mrs. Gloria Matthews has had in her home and how beautiful those balloons were. Sears grand opening in Tulsa even invited the Atmosphere Balloon Company to do that decoration. We've seen that decoration at Metro Tech, but we can get behind the Atmosphere Balloon Company and make it the largest balloon company in Oklahoma.
Well, we definitely can, because it is indeed an honor to be copied. And I saw during the state fair, the great state fair of Oklahoma that we recently attended, there in the Travel and Transportation building, the people with the Dodge companies were still trying to get the effect that the Atmospheric Balloon Company has done and has done for them over the past few years. It's been a blessing. I look forward to great things happening, not only with that company, but with all of the businesses that advertise here on the Clara Luper Radio Show, live and in living color, KTLV 1220 on your AM dial. And I know by now that you've called that friend, you've called that neighbor, and you've invited them to be a part of this great radio show.
Well, if you're having an anniversary, if you're having a wedding, if you're having a birthday party, I want you to remember the Atmosphere Balloon Company, where you can get that special care by D.W. Green Howard, the balloon man. Oh, balloons, oh, balloons, oh, balloons. Calvin, I didn't know that you could take a balloon and make a flower out of it.
Well, Mom, there's so much we don't know. Is this mic on? Okay, this mic is on. Okay. There's so many things that you can do when you know what to do with it. Like some people can take a spaghetti and make a piece of spaghetti, and they can make a tie out of it for different things. There's some people that can take a grain of rice and make a meal out of it. So good things happen when you know what you're doing. One thing about it, the people there at the Atmospheric Balloon Company, D.W. Green Howard, and his staff, they know what they're doing, and they know how best to make it decorative and how to make an impression there with balloons. Who'd ever thought it? But you know, when you specialize in something, when you go public with it, and when you do a good job with it, you have to know the ins and outs of the business. One thing about it, they do a fantastic job. But you know, Mom, this is getting close to the political year. This is an exciting weekend. We're here at the radio station, a few hours away from the big OU, the big Texas game. We're a week away from the big Langston homecoming. So this is going to be a very exciting week for those of us who participate in those type things. And I know that we have a lot of announcements, some other items that we want to talk about during the course of this radio show. Am I correct?
You're correct, Calvin.
As usual. I knew it's so fun being right.
On Thursday, October the 8th at 1 o'clock, we say goodbye to one of my favorite people, Ernest Carr Sr. Most of you out there in radio land will remember the Carr family, which is one of our large families. Ernest Carr, the son of David and Susie Carr, was one of 14 children. He accepted Christ at an early age at the St. James Baptist Church. He was a loving father who will forever be remembered by his sense of humor, his caring spirit, his smile, and his love for music. He served in the military, he retired from Children's Hospital, and was a dedicated farmer. Over 35 years, they call him Harmonica Slim, and he recorded 4 songs. And today we extend our sincere sympathy to his lovely wife, Dolores, to his 5 children and his grandchildren, his 7 sisters, and all. His eulogy was delivered so eloquently by Reverend W.B. Parker of the loving St. James Baptist Church. This is the Clara Luper Radio Show, and I'm expecting to hear from my friend, your pastor, Reverend John Reed, the pastor of the Fairview Baptist Church. I'm expecting to hear from him because he has something that he wants to tell you about, and I wouldn't dare start telling you before he arrives here at the station, and I'm expecting him. Calvin, are you excited about being at Langston next week?
Of course, Mom. You know, this is a favorite time of year for me, not only because of the month of October, but because of the opportunity to see people that I haven't seen in years, and to renew old friendships, and to make new friends. You know, after the State Fair of Oklahoma, they say there's a letdown, but then you have an opportunity to go to Langston University. And at Langston, you get to see some of the great times. You get to see some young people that you've grown up with, studied with, and passed tests with, and missed a few classes with. But then you see the accomplishments that we have made over the years. And it's just great to be there. But this year, once again, we'll be there with CP's Catfish and Merlin's Gumbo. So we will have an opportunity.
Calvin, why didn't you tell him that Clara Luper's lemonade would be there?
Well, that's part of the CP's Catfish, and that's in that same trailer. You know, I was just thinking of that. But then we will be there. Okay, we will be there.
You will?
And we will be having a great time. But I look forward to seeing my good friends from across the nation that will be a part of Langston's homecoming, plus seeing all of the different architectural differences that have been made there at Langston University. Yes, Phil, you're about to bounce over me. You got something to say.
You know I'm upset. I missed the State Fair. I miss Mrs. Luper's lemonade. I heard so much about it. You know, Miss Luper, I didn't even get a glass of lemonade. Calvin wouldn't even bring me a glass of lemonade.
Well, you know, my delivery service was very limited at the State Fair because I was there on Stagecoach Road, and there were thousands of people that would pass by, Phil, and they too were wanting a cup of that Clara Luper prize-winning lemonade. Matter of fact, the young lady that gave Mom her blue ribbon from winning the barrel races last year, she didn't win this year. She came in second, but she came by with that ribbon too. And she said, Miss Luper, you got to have this one because that is the best lemonade. And that's the one of the things that happened at the State Fair, where we got to see some old friends, and they came by and they all were happy. But they were extremely happy to enjoy that great catfish, man. Golden brown, French fried, the dinners. I could describe that again. And the gumbo, I'll tell you, there were people coming from all over the nation, mind you, to enjoy Miss Merlin's gumbo. Mm-hmm. So the fair was indeed a wonderful opportunity to prove once again that we have the greatest and the best products here in Oklahoma. Once again, out of the many vendors that were there, we know that we were one of the most outstanding booths there at the fair. And that's thanks to those of you out there in the community that have come out and participated, and those people who made it to the State Fair who came by the booth. So everybody couldn't be like Phil, thank goodness, because we never would have sold anything. But Phil, we had you in mind. Matter of fact, one Saturday morning I said, Mom, we got to do something for Phil. But we just couldn't find you that Saturday.
Calvin, you know, these white people really love Clara Luper's lemonade, Merlin's gumbo, and CP's catfish. I cannot say too much for you white folks. You really came out there early, and you asked for prize-winning, Clara Luper's prize-winning lemonade, and some of them would come up to the booth and say, "I want some lemonade." I said, "I'm sorry, you cannot just get lemonade here. You can get it all over the place. But if you want Clara Luper's prize-winning lemonade, you can certainly get it."
And you know, Mom, there would be an expression on people's faces as they would get close to the booth where they knew that they were going to get something good. And generally they had somebody with them that they had been telling and bragging about the catfish, how they'd been bragging about the gumbo and the lemonade. And boy, when they got it and they sat there and they enjoyed it, they did the what I like to call the gumbo glow. And this was when your skin just flushes with the goodness of the gumbo, and the catfish happiness howl is what some of us would do after they would finish their catfish dinners. But it was great, and it's an exciting time, exciting opportunity. And you know, one thing that we as a people have to do is to be proud of what we do. And one thing about it, those of us with CP's Catfish, those of us with Merlin's Gumbo, we know we have a great product. We know that we have a product that can stand up to the test of not one, not two, but of millions of people. And I want to compliment especially you and Mr. Wilson. I mean, y'all put in some Trojan hours there. And I was so proud of Mr. Wilson. He could stand over that
and he can fry that
catfish, and the people be standing in line, and Mr. Wilson, 6 hours off into it, he's still standing there. 10 hours, he's getting a little tired, but somewhere or other, he'd get that second win, and he'd come back through and last until the end there. So, Mr. Wilson, thank you so much for that outstanding frying. You know you did a good job because the people told you.
And when
Mom,
you come out to Langston, Langston should be proud of us. I was at Langston University where I majored in history and math, and now I'm going back there and use my mathematical talent in selling lemonade. Clara Luper's lemonade.
Mathematical talent in selling lemonade.
Well, I'm expecting
Mom,
Reverend Reed, Reverend
you come
John
up with
Reed,
some of the funniest statements.
The pastor of Fairview
you know, this
Baptist
part of the
Church.
program is being brought to you by CP's Catfish and Merlin's Gumbo. We will be at Langston University next Saturday morning for homecoming, and we will be there, and we invite you to come by and to be a part of the catfish experience, the gumbo glow experience at Langston University homecoming. Now, this is the 19...
Oh.
No, well, I don't know. We'll have that straight next week. Okay.
Hello.
Good morning.
Hello?
Yes.
Sister Clara.
Yes, Brother Reed.
This is Reverend Reed.
Well, I'm so glad to hear from you, Reverend Reed.
Well, I was trying hard to get there, but I'm just not leaving the airport.
Okay, now I want to know what's going on at your church.
Well, right now, Clara, we are in the midst of a church bond program at Fairview, and we have some first mortgage bonds, and we are offering those bonds at 7% to 11.5% interest, and of course the issue amount is $600,000. And of course, let me explain to the public that first mortgage church bonds are certificates of indebtedness issued by churches as non-profit organizations to provide funds for building expansion and for any other worthy cause. And the bonds are sold by a prospective which discloses information concerning the church. And you may invest in nominations of $1,000, $500, $250, as much as you want. And of course, these bonds, we have them from half a year up to 15 years. And so what we're doing is just really having a bond program and where people can invest in the bonds, and most certainly it's a great investment.
Okay, well, certainly I sure want some of those bonds. How do we go about getting the bonds?
What you need to do is you can receive all the information by calling the church office, and of course the church office is open Monday through Thursday from 9 to 3 o'clock, and from Friday from 9 to 12, and that number is 232-1621, and you can always get Pastor Reed at 235-8820.
Okay, Mike, let me go back over. You're saying to me that I can buy a bond. I can invest $250 or $500 or $1,000 in a bond, right?
Right.
and then I can get dividends out of my bonds, so I won't have to just let my money lay up in the bank.
Right. And at this present time, I think all of us, when it comes to savings, that you cannot get that kind of interest rate on your money at this time. And so we're making this offer to not only just our members, but to the whole entire community.
Okay, now you are in bed. What are you going to do with that? You're talking about you were getting $600,000. What are you planning to do?
Well, right now we're going to build a fellowship hall, and also educational space, which will be classrooms, and a library, conference room, and so we're planning to spend over $500,000, $500,000 on that project.
All right, now, Reverend, I know you're doing it. I was talking to some people at the fair, and they say that if the black churches would insure their buildings with black insurance agents, we could be just like the people out in Nichols Hill and others. And I don't mean to be personal, but who do you have your insurance with?
Well, at present time, my insurance is with Church Mutual. Our church insurance is with Church Mutual. But we are open for discussions concerning, with our black agents. There's no problem with that. We'll do that.
Okay.
If we can get rid of what we need, and that was the problem that we've had in the past. And so we're with Church Mutual at the present time.
Okay, well, when you get that $600,000 bill.
But now let me tell you now, I do have insurance. My building is not insured with Maryland, but Maryland will tell you, I have insurance with her.
Okay, you have your automobile, your home, and everything insured.
As a matter of fact, Maryland was with me yesterday, increasing my insurance. So she is my insurance agent.
Okay.
Yeah. And that's not just this year, is it, Reverend Reed?
No, it's not just this year. No.
Okay.
And also my insurance agents have already invested with me with some bonds.
Okay, well, that's good. That's an advantage of having an insurance agent that you can put your hands on. Reverend Reed, I really thank you for being my guest today. I'm sorry that you could not make it out here, but we've got the message over that you can buy church bonds from Fairview Baptist Church. All you will have to do is to call the church and call Reverend Reed. Reverend Reed?
Right.
Congratulations, and you know I'm proud of you.
Appreciate your support, Clara.
Okay, well, you have my support, and I'm going to get me some bonds.
Oh, we want you to do that.
Okay, then.
All right, now.
Thank you.
All right.
Isn't that wonderful, Mom, that here you are, here's a church that's right in the heart of the black community. And some like to call the ghetto, but I like to call a New Horizon, that's building a library, a fellowship hall, and making it more accessible to the public. I love that.
All I can say is go, Reverend Reed, go.
Go, Reverend Reed, go.
As I look at the clock on the wall, I've tried so much today to inform you about what's going on in Oklahoma City. I call upon you to support Oklahoma City, support the people here. And I want you to remember when you go to the polls, I want you to remember Charlie Hill, I want you to remember Don Davis, and I want you to remember those that have taken time out to say to us, I want your support. And I invite those of you that would like to advertise on KTLV radio. Remember, you can get your ads through Clara Luper. And you may call me at 424-3949 or 424-2384. Now, you can buy all your ads from Clara Luper. Calvin is just
What are you going to do? I wonder, what are you going to do? You're sitting over there bragging and you're doing the right thing. But Becky, Walter, and my good friend Phil, this song goes out especially to you. We missed you last weekend, but this is to you. This is that happy birthday from the Weekend Singers. Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday, dear Becky, Walter, and Phil. Happy birthday to you.
Calvin, you really can't sing, can you?
I think I'm getting better, Mom. I like to think.
You think you're getting better? Well, I'm going to see how many people will call and tell me that you're getting better.
I feel like I'm getting better.
Calvin, I invite my radio audience to listen because once again this year I'll be giving away chitlins so you can be ready for Thanksgiving.
So we'll be at Langston next Saturday?
We'll be at Langston next Saturday, and you'll be there buying that good old catfish catfish, that good old gumbo. You'll be drinking to the tune of Clara
And we'll
Luper.
see the fire in the
Let
parking
me
lot
tell
at
you
Reverend
something.
Holmes Church.
I have some friends that have been
tomorrow.
married for 50 years, the Howards, TC and Howard. And you know what I'm going to do? I'm going to invite them over to my house to get some lemonade on their 50th anniversary before they go on their cruise.
I think I read they're going on a cruise
They're
somewhere,
going
but
on
they
a cruise
deserve it.
after
That's
50
a long way
years.
from Hoffman, 50 years.
Oh, you can't. I'm telling you,
Yes.
this is a Clara Luper radio show, and I would like to say thank you to all of you for visiting with me, and congratulations to Alice Strain. I understand that she would be honored today, and I want to be there to see it.
What these Deltas going to do?
Oh, the Deltas are going to give a masquerade ball. The Zetas are having a meeting this morning at 10 o'clock. And in the meantime, this is Clara Luper and Calvin Luper, who can't sing. Clara Luper, who can make lemonade, and Merlin, who makes that gumbo, and CP that can fry that catfish
But I
thing.
can try.
I love you. I'll see you next Saturday. Bye-bye.